Hey, y'all. Housewives of Atlanta. Hey. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, YouTube. All right. And I'm going to say this before I get into this quick review. It's sad when the shit going on off the screen, or they done took it to social media, it's better than the shit on screen. I'm like, we gonna be in Maui. This is the longest trip I've ever seen the girls on. What are we restoring? Phaedra? Miss Shadra? Miss Christian by convenience? I ain't gonna call her out on that one, because I know we all go there. I know. I pray a little, cuss a little. It is what it is. But I need for Phaedra to quit trying to be a Christian only for her convenience. It's to her convenience. When it's okay, it's okay. When she don't need, she popping her ass. She drinking, burping out loud, and doing too much at her convenience. Okay? So it starts off, we're still in Maui. We're still in Hawaii. We're still on a trip with the girls, and we're still trying to work things out. It's not happening. And at the end, Candy said she did get one resolution. Miss Porshas said she lied. She did say she told a lie, which she said, well, if you lie on me, well, if you say things about me, I'm going to say things about you. Basically, in other words, I'm just going to make up shit, you know? And like I said in my last review, it just goes to show you the level of maturity of Portia. Beautiful girl, beautiful. But maybe hanging around these young ladies, it'll help her, you know, learn a lot of things in life. When I was always working, or still working, in the field that I'm in, the young ladies were always older than I was. And they would do this, buy the house, do this, buy that. Do this, do that. And they would always lead me and guide me into things that was great for me, you know. And then in life, I had to learn I can't do what everybody else do. I have to do what Tiki. Because my first marriage, I was getting married because everybody was getting married, you know. Everybody was coming in and say, I got married. So I got married. But anyway, it's not about Tiki right now. We're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So anyway, we're still on the trip, and they went power skiing, jet skiing, power boat, speed boat. They went and did some. Now they all at dinner, and it looked like everybody has calmed down. And basically, Kenya has came up with this idea. That's another thing I did. I threw a divorce party. I'm sorry, I guess everybody ain't like me. But I threw a divorce party, and it was my birthday, and I mean, I had a hell of a party. And that was the second marriage for 10 years. But anyway, can you come up with this idea that, you know, she want to do something nice for Phaedra and Cynthia, because, you know, it looked like they're, you know, trying to bring back the little friendship they had. They're working on their friendship. And they playing tennis, and they've been hanging out. And Thelma and Louise did the thing in Michigan, and, you know, with the water and the camp. And they, you know, I thought they were bonding. I thought the ladies were coming back together, you know. But I guess Miss Phaedra say, y'all all got a storyline, and I ain't got one. Fuck this shit. I'm finna take it back. Even though we seen Apollo come on and say he lied about Kenya. And 9 times out of 10, he was the one who probably was coming on Kenya. And he might be lying about Portia. Who knows? Only people know the truth about that would be a Portia and Apollo. Being a blogger, me, I just take stuff and I run with it. That's my job, to create content for you guys to watch. You know, it's my opinion. That's what I think about it. And anyway, y'all, I'm already over there because the episode was not that entertaining. So anyway, they hanging out together, and you think everything's good in the hood. So since Kenya, I think she want to do something good for a change. She's always been a villain on the show, so she's trying to be a good girl this season. She trying, y'all. But like I said, we need Kenya. We need Nene back. I never really knew what Kim brought to the episode. I don't know. Kim wasn't that entertaining to me, but it is what it is. So anyway, she's sitting up and she's like, telling Candy and them, I guess basically she want to throw this party. And while they're still in Maui, there's a divorce party, and it's for Cynthia and Phaedra, because they're both going through a divorce. We don't know if Phaedra divorced or not. One day she is, one day she ain't. And she's learning that Miss Portia is just running her mouth. So anyway, she put together a little quick party, and she put together some little games, something for them to do while they over there in Maui. I mean, how many snorkeling can you do? How many speedboat rides can you take? How many dinners can you have? And she put together the party. But before this, it's Peter's birthday, and I guess this is basically the last time Peter's, gonna be taping with the cast. So they do him a nice little party, and Cynthia put together something to where you get up and you roast Peter. You roast him. It's supposed to be, jokingly, but it is what it is. So each person get up and say what they gotta say. Candy and Todd, you can tell they really like Peter. They get up and they try to play Thelma and Louise. They have some nice little jokes, cute, as y'all call them, toddler. Miss Portia, when she get up there, she do the shade. He end up shading her. Talking about something about I guess she talks about the video of him messing with the young girl. And he was like, you know what? Yeah, you can do it, but I got to beat you to the room, because I guess he letting her know, bitch, you eat more pussy than I do. And I'm like, whoa, Peter, hold it there. We're going to put you in timeout, Peter. And Phaedra gets up and do one, and she's nice to him, and they know she's kind of upset with Todd and Peter because of Apollo, And it just goes to show, a lot of times when you break up with people, sometimes you got to break up with the friends, or the friends sometimes take sides. And it's basically what's going on with this group. They've taken sides, And Candy also knows things about Phaedra that she was trying to hold on to. But after she found out Phaedra was telling everything, she released it, A lot of us, she wrong, I wouldn't have did that. You know what? You never know what you would do unless you're in somebody's shoes. So that's why I always say, until you walk a mile in my shoes, you can judge me how you want to. But until you walk a mile in that person's shoes, or we could sit up and, we could just voice our opinion. We never know what's going on behind closed doors, even in relationships, even in marriages. Maybe she never knew about nothing he was doing wrong until the end. Y'all know that people can be very deceitful, But anyway, they do a nice party for Peter. And I think Peter most said that he ain't gonna be on the Housewives no more than he is about the party. He trying to figure out a way to stay on that cast. And anyway, they end up doing the party for Cynthia and Phaedra. Cynthia show up. She like, what my thing is, I'm gonna say this real quick. Both of these young ladies is kind of pressed. Cynthia kind of deal with it, even though it's not what she want. And Kenya should have went to the ladies and said, hey, I'm doing this. Would you like to be a part of it? I think she should have went to the ladies and got their consent. Now, because, some people, everybody don't take divorce like, some people. Some people be happy it's over. And some people are still want it to be. Some people hurt, A lot of people deal with things different. Like I say, we never know how a person feels until we walk in their shoes. Maybe Phaedra really loved them, but the way it looked like Apollo was just doing everything. He was, I don't know, going with all the strippers. He was popping collars and popping pussy, and he was doing it all. He had a full-fledged relationship with the young lady he's engaged to. So, you know, Phaedra, where was you at? Were we in the same time zone? So anyway, make a long story short, I think she should have went to the young ladies and got their consent, because both of them seemed like they was not into the divorce party. But Cynthia was a good sport about it. She was like, oh, okay. And she went on and went through with it. When Miss Phaedra showed up, oh my God, she had the nastiest, stankiest attitude, and then got up and left, talking about she was going to find some ginger ale. Then text Portia and called Kenya all kind of names. And of course, Miss Portia read it out loud, because, you know, Portia and Phaedra basically can't stand Kenya. That's what it's boiling out to be. So Portia was very happy to release the text and talk about Kenya ass, because every time Portia gets a chance, she has not let that go with them too. And my thing with Kenya, I want her to learn from this. Sometimes you could forgive people, but you got to treat them with that long handle spoon and move on. Them two, keep them out your, you know, record with them, do whatever you need to, but move on. Some people don't forgive, or some people can't forget, and that's where Miss Phaedra, you know, here we go with the Christian part. And who am I to judge, but I'm going to state my opinion. When you're a Christian, you're supposed to be able to forgive. You don't have to forget. But if you want to be an example, and you want to have all these restorations and these revivals and everything, you got to lead by example. The only thing I have wrong with Phaedra, she be popping her ass and drinking and walking around half naked, but she told in the Bible half of the time, and the other half, she out there worse than me, you know. So just say you a work in progress. Quit using all that Southern Belle, and you not. Shit, you a Western Belle. But also Miss Cynthia gave Peter a Bible. I guess she said you need to pray. You need to pray about us. And Peter is really hurt about the divorce. But it just goes to show, when you've been and took somebody to the limit, you've been and did so many wrong things. And I think Cynthia is sick of Peter being in her pockets. I think that's what the bottom line is. Every time you look up, he was in that girl's bank account. And everything he invested in, it just seemed like it didn't work out. So Cynthia got tired of being broke. As soon as she divorced him, she went and bought Lake Bailey, $1 million home. And it looked like she invested in doing better. But, you know, Cynthia probably the type of person in a relationship that I'm quite sure, like everybody, she ride to the end. And she give, and do. We all do. But sometimes them people can bring you down. So you got to be careful when you supporting folks. Because they will bring your ass down and walk away like it ain't shit. So you got to be careful. And anyway, y'all, I'm doing a direct upload. I got to go ahead and get this finished up. The party ended up being a bust. Cynthia did play along with it, but Phaedra showed out so bad. She left. Portia went to her room with some Hennessy. I said, this girl ain't nothing but a little lush. And Kenya went to show up to say, you know, let me talk to Phaedra. And she let her know, well, you know, Portia read the text out loud, and you called me all kind of names and trifling and everything. And I thought we were working on our relationship, but undoubtedly, I guess, you know, you haven't let it go. If Phaedra just went full-fledged on, you messed up my marriage. You shouldn't have been texting my husband. I'm like, the fuck happened in 30 minutes or in one day of taping? You went from being Thelma and Louise to, bitch, I'm mad at you all over again. I don't get it. But anyway, guys, basically, it ended that way. Kenya kind of read her ass, told her to shut up and listen. Phaedra said, who you talking to? Kenya let her know, I'm talking to your ass, okay? And basically that was it. Next week we're going to get to see Matt crazy ass back on there. And they telling him to ask for 10% of her income. And I'm just saying Matt look like he just ain't dealing with a full deck. Kenya, stay away from him. She was on What's Happening Live last night. And she said she hasn't seen him in 6 months. Baby, stay away from him. Y'all, this is my Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me get off here. Y'all have a lucky day. Bye, guys.